Today is something completely different. As any of you know, and you've been coming for any length of time, you'll know it's different. But it is what it is, and sometimes you just get what you get. So, that being said, this is a gift from Spirit through me to you. Okay? I'm going to start with probably a pretty well-known scripture. It's Jesus' birth. This is in the Aquarian. Beyond the rivers Euphrates, the Magians lived, and Magians were astrologers. They were wise, and they could read the language of the stars. And they divined that one, a master soul, was born, and they saw his star above Jerusalem. And there they longed to see the master of the coming age. And so 3 of them, we know the story, got gifts, got on their camels, and off they rode to Jerusalem. Those are known as the 3 wise men. Okay. In the Bible, astrology is mentioned a lot. But it's mentioned in the Old Testament in a way of, don't you go. And the reason for that is this. Astrology provides a guideline of what may be happening in the world. And any structure that is trying to maintain control of your choices does not want you to seek any guidance outside of their structure. So it was forbidden. And you guys, I know the old story in the Old Testament when Saul forbade, he was the king, the first king of Jerusalem. He forbade any astrologers, anybody that talked to dead spirits, anything like that. He forbade it, made it illegal. And then what did he do before he died? He went to see one. So, we know it's been this, but the attitude toward astrology has lingered as whatever it is. And I will tell you that anytime you look for an outside source outside of God, be careful. But when we look to the signs to know spring is here, it's time to plant, or we look to the signs to understand something, we're not looking for it to be our God, we're looking for it to be our guide. Can we accept that? Yes. All right. So mankind has always had this knowledge and of astrology. Ancient. So here we go. Ready? Yes. So today is March 5. March is going to bring about a lot of changes in our reality. And I wanted to share this with you from my heart to yours and as Spirit gave me. You know, there's a bunch of planets roaming around. There's about 9 or 10 of them. And the outer planets are the bigger ones. Jupiter moves quickly. It's 1 sign a year. But there's Saturn takes 2.5 years to go through a sign. Uranus takes 7 years, Neptune takes 14 years, and Pluto takes between 10 to 30 years to go through a sign. So these are the big boys. They don't move fast. And so if you consider the outer planets as the ones that set the stage. So if you imagine, and listen, you will get a spiritual blessing out of this, so don't be thinking I need to hit the door. I locked it, by the way. And you in Cyberland, stay tuned. Don't turn this off yet. Okay. Imagine, if you will, that you're going to go see a play. And there is a staging, is there not? There's a stage and there's a setting on the stage. And the setting on the stage depicts the environment through which the play will be performed. The setting on the stage is the outer planets. They set the stage through which we will perform. So imagine you're going to see a play and you see the stage is set with prehistoric cavemen. There's a cave, there's writing on the wall, there's maybe some fur-clad people. We know that the drama we're about to witness is going to be against the backdrop of prehistoric life. So we automatically know there's going to be survival. They're not going to a restaurant to eat. There's going to be foraging. There's going to be all manner of things that are included in that backdrop, right? Imagine you go to a play and there's a castle. And it's beautiful. And you're going to see the drama outplay. Well, you know, against this drama, there's going to be power. There's going to be a hierarchy. Not everybody's going to be equal. Because that's not what the castle caste system was about, was it? So there are conditions inherent in the backdrop through which we play our play. These are the outer planets, okay? Then the inner planets, the ones that move more quickly, these are our casting characters. They're the ones that move quickly, and we get to pick who's going to play with us, and we get to pick our plot. But guess who writes the script? You do. In the midst of it all, you write the script. You are scripting it. And these outer characters that move quickly, you can get rid of them fast, you can redesign them, you can do whatever you want with them. So you are the master of the play of your life. Got it? Okay, so major players, outer planets, do not change our plot, but they change how our plot can manifest. Is that clear? Okay, all right, let's move on then. One of our outer players is moving on Tuesday this week. Saturn will be moving into Pisces. Now, Saturn is an outer player. Saturn, it takes 2.5 years to go through a sign, so it'll be in Pisces for 2.5 years. It takes 28 to 30 years to complete the entire circuit, which is why you have a Saturn return. Many of you know that, about 28 to 30. Saturn return, big crisis time in your life. Yes, okay. Saturn is a planet of structure, and it's a planet of discipline, and it's your teacher. Saturn is form, and most of us don't like Saturn too much because it's like, okay, now I've got to discipline myself to something. Oh, goodness gracious, I don't want to do that. But it's always roaming around our chart, so it's always trying to teach us something somehow. We call it the planet of karma sometimes. We call it the planet of restriction sometimes, because no longer are you free to play in the backyard. Someone is now watching you and saying, don't climb that fence. Get out of that tree. You hear what I'm saying? That's Saturn. Saturn is moving into Pisces, and Pisces rules all things spiritual. Spirituality to the max. Pisces are the mystics of the world. They're the dreamers. They're the ones that know spirit better than they know their own coffee cup. They know spirit. Okay? Got it? All right. So when Saturn moves into Pisces on Tuesday, our teacher and the global backdrop of our reality has changed. Saturn has been in Aquarius, whatever. Now, imagine in your play, the backdrop of your play, the scene settings, there's another word for it, but I can't think of what it is. The settings of your play has been this little town, you've been roaming around in it. Now, all of a sudden, Saturn moves into Pisces, and this will happen to all of us, like it or not. Scream all you want. Scream all you want. It's going to happen. Saturn moves into Pisces, and all of a sudden, in your little town, there's a meditation center. That was never there before. Oh, wait. I can learn through spiritual awakening. I can learn through spirit. Pisces is spirit. I can learn through spirit. I could discipline myself to meditate. I don't want to do that. Wait. There's a church I just talked about. That church has never been there before. Inner Quest Metaphysical Christian Church? Nah, I hate church. No. Oh, okay. Oh, wait. There's a crisis addiction center? Where did that come from? A crisis addiction center? Oh. Yes. Pisces rules addiction. It rules anything that puts you in alternative realities. It rules anything that takes you from your ability to think clearly, because it is a dreamer. Yeah, it's time, teacher says, to deal with your addictions, and anything you're addicted to takes you from spirit. Oh, wait a minute. I want the meditation place back. Can I have that in my scene, please? Whoever you pick to be your teacher of your own spiritual nature is going to be there for 2.5 years, and they're going to stay in your backdrop walking back and forth. And you are going to be involved with them whether you like it or not, because this is the time to up the ante spiritually. Now, I will share with you just a teensy bit about my personal story, because I'm the only one that I have. I went back and looked at the last time Saturn was in Pisces for me, and the first time it was in Pisces for me. So the first time it was in Pisces was 64 to 67. That was the only time in my life where I could go to church every day because a church was literally built down the street from me. I dragged my little grade school body down there every Sunday night, and every Wednesday without my mommy. I was the first one there. I had beat the preacher and his kids, and I was sitting there with my unkempt, grubby little unbeautiful self, waiting for God. Seriously. And I was waiting for God. I loved God. I made a decision at that point in my life to read the Bible, and that's when I started reading a chapter every day for the next 20 years. Of course, I read it many times. That was my first Saturn in Pisces. Second Saturn in Pisces was between 93 and 96. You can think back to that. I had never traveled outside the United States. I was taken on our very first international mission. We were taken to Egypt, 95. I started the seminary program that is around still yet today that ordains our ministers, 95. In the middle of this Saturn and Pisces, both times, because I'm a Pisces anyway, so I'm all wired up for spirit anyway, but my little spirit said, yes, I will do this. I will take that on. I will do this. Yes, I got it. And was it easy? No, because Saturn makes you discipline. Saturn makes you discipline. But that is the new teacher in your backdrop. Spirituality. So you will feel, you will see, you will recognize every addiction you have over the next 2.5 years. You'll deal with it. You will choose how you expand your spiritual nature. And if you do it proactively, saying, come on, Saturn, my teacher. And of course, everybody has an individual chart. It's going to affect you individually differently, but this is the overall. I'm gifting you with the overall. Say, I can't wait till Tuesday. Okay, so we're looking at our backdrop. I, myself, have picked the Inner Quest Church to be a part of my spiritual awakening. Pick whatever you want. So I'm looking at my backdrop now, and I've got the little church going over there, and all of a sudden, it's lighter. There's a rainbow. There's magical lights everywhere. Doors are starting to open. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Pluto is moving into Aquarius on March the 23rd. All of a sudden, the backdrop to our reality becomes sparkling, and there's opportunities, and we get to choose. What I get to choose, you get to choose, because Aquarius is all about the individual just expressing their fabulous oneness. Pluto, however, is about the deep understanding on a deep psychological level about evolution. Revolution to evolution is also Aquarian. Revolution to evolution. Aquarian is innovative. Pluto in Aquarius is innovative. We're going to find so much geniuses being born, so much fabulousness being born during this. And the fact that I can now choose, it can look different. My beautiful landscape can look magnificent. Can you see your landscape looking magnificent? Doors are opening, people. It's fabulous. So we will find this allows a regeneration to empowerment, because Pluto is always about regenerating. It throws away what doesn't work and at a deep level rebirths the potential to become a reality. Can you see it? Can you feel it? And Aquarians are also very unpredictable. They love to shock you. They love to be explosive. They love to be fun. They love to be expansion. They're all about expansion. And they're also about brotherhood. Aquarius is about brotherhood. Aquarians love all mankind. But don't come to dinner. Pisces love every man in mankind. I love you, I love you, I love you, individually and then collectively. Aquarians can just love us all because they want humanity to succeed, but I still want my way. I will make my own rules for my success. You make yours, that's fine. So we have to be careful not to become indifferent to the beautiful spirits within each other. But that's our backdrop. Can you see it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Okay, it's fabulous. Isn't it wonderful? And so here we go. It's so exciting. All right, the stage changes. We've got the sparkling light. Everything is opening. It's happening. Individual innovation for everybody. I love this. We need to humanize that which Pluto and Capricorn did not, where we're coming out of. Pluto and Capricorn we're coming out of. Okay, now, here we go. We're going to see on the stage a lot of doors opening for us to make choices. And then another layer is going to open up, and this is a small thing because this is one of the quicker planets. Mars is going to be entering Cancer on the 25th of March. So it normally moves through a sign in a month and a half, so normally it's a quick mover, but it's been in Gemini for 6 months. So finally, we're going to feel like a reprieve. So we are feeling a reprieve from our motivating Mars. Our Saturn and our Pluto are all there at the same time playing nice together. And they're not supervised. They're all at 0, 1 degrees. They're all together, and everybody else is at the higher degrees. They're unsupervised. So we have that great Pluto energy. We have that great Saturn opening us up, and now we have Mars, which is in Cancer, which takes us to our home, our heart, our feelings, our family. Who do we want to be in this reality? This beautiful open door, free backyard play will last through Easter, and then it will be gone. But we have that window to actually walk through some of those doors. Let me try that door. Let me try that door. This is so fabulously exciting. You got it? It's a magical time. All right. And when I tell you there's no supervision, there's no supervision. And they're playing well together. They like each other. There's an inconjunction. There's a sextile. I mean, it's trine. They're having fun. All right. Here we go. And then in June, it begins to change. All of a sudden, June 11th, we're looking at our fabulous backdrop. It's fabulous. And the rainbow's gone. Our sparkling lights are gone. Half the doors are gone. What the heck? Only the doors I walked in are still there. What is going on? Beautiful Pluto has retrograded back into Capricorn. And now the governmental structure of what you should and should not do, thou shalt not, thou shalt get punished, blah, 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 blah. All the stuff we've been living in the last 15 years is back again. And it's going to stay that way until January of 2024. At which time, toward the end of January, at which time it'll enter Aquarius again, retrograde one more time for a month or two. For 20 years, we are going to live with Pluto in Aquarius. 20 years. So this, my friends, is our taste test. But with the help of Saturn, we can actually start setting a course of action during this window that can carry us through as we move into the next reality that we're creating. Okay. Is it a fabulous little play you're creating? All right. You've seen how it can be when this Pluto goes back to Capricorn, you will feel as if your permission to be yourself is now taken away again. I have permission to be myself, now you do not. You'll feel that. You have to hold on to who? Your teacher, your Saturn, your spirituality. You have to hold on to the discipline of the spirituality that you have chosen to get you through to January, to get you through to where, yes, you can now be a wild maverick if you want. It's really time for us to birth that spirituality, that spiritual Christ within us. So, it's still my script. I'm still writing the script. No matter all the players that come through, I'm in this backdrop and I will have to deal, but I'm writing the script. What am I looking for? Am I looking for love? Then maybe I have to learn spiritual love first. Am I looking for success? Then maybe I have to learn spiritual values first. What am I looking for? Am I looking to be creative? Maybe I have to learn to use God with my creativity. There will have to be a spiritual connotation to it because of the Saturn. When it moves back into Aquarius, are you going to be ready to actually be you? This is our little taste tester, and I could not let this time go by without bringing it to your awareness. I have seen how it can be. Now I have to choose how I want it to be. I need to choose how I want it to be. I have to start writing and discipline myself to the life I want to live for the next 20 years. When the world actually begins to move into a vibration unlike anything we have seen in 248 years. Unlike anything we have seen. So, I wanted to read you this. So far, fun?
Yes.
All right. Jesus says this right before they crucify him. I mean, he's in the city. It's not like right before. He says this. When the conflicts rage on land and sea, the Prince of Peace will stand above the clouds of heaven and say, "Peace, peace on earth, goodwill to men." And every man will throw away his sword, and nations will learn war no more. And then the man who bears the pitcher will walk forth across the arc of the heaven, and the sign and the signet of the Son of Man will stand forth in the eastern sky. The man who bears the pitcher is the Aquarius constellation. You know, you've heard a lot about the age of Aquarius. We're in the age of Aquarius now, but that's 2,000 years. 2,000 some odd years. We're the pioneers of the age of Aquarius. We're the ones who were born in the age of Pisces and are just sticking our toe in it. It has not even begun to begin. But Pluto is opening a door for us to start really becoming innovative and to becoming aware to Christ. It's Christing time within us. We have the capacity within. We can do it during this window. We can set our hearts to be the divine I am that we want to be. Yes, there's going to be a challenge past that, but we have to hold tight. And then let it become greater as we move into that freedom of expression that we're going to feel. I feel that the world is moving into a greater sense of brotherhood because we're so interdependent and also because of the signs of the time. Spirit asked me to share this with you. This is something I do not understand, but they marked it for you. If you're young, you probably know. I don't believe I ever studied this in class, but that was ancient history. Jesus is talking about equilibrium. Did you guys study equilibrium? I don't know if you're a engineer. Rachel's going, yeah. She probably teaches it to the fifth graders now. The problem in observing equilibrium in structure, like the fulcrum of a seesaw or the hub of a wheel, we're looking at a resting space. And we have decided that that resting space was motionless, inert. Just imagine a seesaw if you're older and don't understand this either. Seesaw, middle part. Okay, it doesn't do anything. Jesus says, true equilibrium is vital, reciprocal, and synchronistic. It is the function of a constant to stabilize the variables. Therefore, it would be a mistake to view it as frozen. So, if we consider, I had to look those words up, by the way, just to really understand. If we consider that in the movement of the synchronistic happening connected to one another, happening at the same time, and reciprocal, one giving to the other, one giving to the other, if we consider that the center is necessary for that to occur, that center within us should be that space of the God I am within me. If we can have the God I am in me, our spiritual divinity centered, while all of the variables are running all around us, then we can be the point at which those variables balance, at which they exchange with one another, at which it can grow to greater. But we need that core strong. Guys, got it? Yeah. That's what Saturn's going to help us with. Then I was asked to share this with you too. If there were sufficient brethren, I'm sorry guys, this is Gentle Brother by White Eagle. Okay. If there were sufficient brethren in the world who could unite in groups and work together to project the light into the world, there would be no need for protesting. The light would enter and permeate the hearts of all men, and in place of darkness or ill will, there would come goodness and light. And this is the true way to combat or overcome the darkness. Okay. So, as we're moving into this space of so many variables, oh my goodness, guys, if we can consider the space within us as the core that is stable, and if we were willing to line up with people to hold the light. Do you know the synergy of two? In synergy, 1 + 1 = 1,000. When two actually join their energy, the energy multiplies. So to allow yourself to affiliate and support like-minded brotherhood. And of course, I would love for you to join in a Quest Church. Yay, Cyberland, you guys too. However, you're not going to. But you can find a place in your space, or you might, let me erase that part, you might. You can find a place in your world where your strong central core can contribute just by sharing your light with others of like mind. Just meditate. Just come together with good thoughts, good ideas, where you have that commitment, that discipline to a belief of love, a discipline to a belief of spirit in matter in this place, a discipline to a belief, not only you separately, but you within a group consciousness, doing nothing more but send light. Those two concepts is what will help us move into that vibrational increase that we're moving toward, you guys. It's happening energetically. You know it's happening physically. You know the vibrations on the earth are changing physically. We're evolve. We can evolve through a willingness, or we can evolve through a revolution. We can fight our way to it, or we can lift our way to it. But we are evolving. We are becoming greater. And I won't see it in this embodiment unless I learn how to ascend. But, which I'm going to keep open on that one. But some of you might, some of your grandchildren might. It's happening fast. So realize that no matter the energies around us, the depth of spirit within us is the causal energy for our world. No matter what the backdrop says, the depth of commitment to spirit within me is the causal energy of my reality. And in the middle of that play, I could have an ice cream shop on the corner and have a good old time. Well, everybody else is sad. Because my spirit can create that. Okay, that was Astrology 101. Did you enjoy? Yes. And the only reason I bring it up, I've been ministering for over 30 years, and I have never talked like this from the pulpit during a Sunday service. So, consider yourself honored and blessed. All right, let's take it within. Put your feet on the floor. Let's just do a little meditation. Father, Mother God, I ask that what was said be reorganized into each mind who hears my words, to be a truth that will help them, a truth of their soul and their spirit. And Father, we open our hearts now, and I invite that beautiful love that passes understanding just to descend. And I ask that a column of light come over each one in this room. And just feel and breathe that beautiful color of your light. Feel the light in your heart now. Just feel the light in your heart. And feel the value of who you are. Divine child of God, here in this moment, here in this moment. Divine child of God. Breathe and ask now that all the food that you need for your forward motion pour into you now. Pouring into your crown chakra, pouring into your column of light, bringing all the food, universal supply and support moving into you now. Father, Mother God, everything I need for my next step as your child, for my joy, my expansion, everything I need, God. And it might start getting quite busy in that column of light. So take a breath, expand the column, let it get bigger and bigger so it can hold all the wonders the universe has for you. Begin to feel your love. Father, Mother God, I ask that my love bless my brothers and sisters as well. I ask to be a blessing to the planet. As I receive all the good the universe has for me, I share my light with this world, this place. Breathe and feel that beautiful love of Jesus Christ by your side. Ever-present teacher, ever-present love. And take his hand. I am ready. I'm ready to walk. Feel that companionship, that love. And let your focus come back to that calm of light, your heart, your chair, your body, your feet. You are a divine child of God. And we are so grateful, God. Take a breath, send your love into the room. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes. Y'all, it's going to be a busy week. Just enjoy. Enjoy. You're a divine child of God. Say, yeah, God. Yeah.